To another edition of Smart Chat here on YouTube.com, and this was confirmed on WWE.com. Simon Gotch, one half of the Vaudevillians, sayonara, see you later. WWE has come to terms on a mutual agreed upon release with Simon Gotch as of today. WWE wishes Simon Gotch the best in all his future endeavors. And, Gotch, the Vaudevillians are kind of all unraveled, I think. Especially, the injury that knocked out Enzo. People say that was careless. Enzo and Big Cass, so they knocked him out of the shelf when Big Cass and Enzo pretty much debuted. So that was one strike. Then the altercation and the fights with Sin Cara, day of the draft, that was another strike. And pretty much that kind of sealed his deal. And you haven't really heard too much. Usually in prior years after WrestleManias, when the releases have come, you haven't really seen much of them in the recent years. But as far as this gimmick, and I made comments about this in like Raw Thought videos before. I think Aiden will be given more opportunity because of his connections maybe to Vicky Guerrero. Honestly, I was a fan of them in NXT. Neither have been impressive on the main roster. Do any of them have value as a singles wrestler? Will Aiden is something ever more than enhancement talent as a singles guy? I love the gimmick in NXT, but NXT gave them more time entering the ring, and it gave that full impact of the gimmick, and it allowed it to play out. From the start, I think the gimmick was lessened on the main stage. Gone was the Carney caller with the old school cone to amplify the voice. Gone was black and white clips during announcements. Gone were old school athletic warm-ups when they entered the ring. The gimmick had zero chances of working on the main roster because I don't think it was never really given the time it required during the introduction stage. A lot of fans are younger now, and they're not familiar with that era in time that the Vaudevillains portrayed. Not to compare the Vaudevillains to him, but just imagine Undertaker without that long walk to the ring, setting up the environment when he was first introduced. Imagine if Raw came back from commercial and Undertaker was already in the ring and waiting for an opponent without the whole character development being done for his character. I dare say Undertaker would have probably stumbled and character would have failed if that's how it was handled. Again, not comparing them to the Undertaker in any way, but making a point on how they were set up to fail, because Raw Creative, I think, just failed or refused to let them do the entrance that got them over in NXT. You're going to say to me, well, look at Gallagher. That's pretty much the same gimmick that the Vaudevillains were supposed to play. And it worked out somehow. Does he get more of an opportunity entering the ring in Gallagher? Now, if you brought that up to me, come to think of it, that's a very good point. Probably not. Probably not. They had equal time for entrances. Probably the fair shake of developing the character. Although, honestly, I don't watch 305 Live, so I don't know how it is on 305 Live. But on Raw, Gallagher really does not have that much time. I mean, he has the gimmick umbrella. again, is it the fact that they just really had no time to really develop, get their name out there in the Vaudevillains on the main roster? Was it Gotch? He fell out of favor with his antics backstage. Maybe a combination of the two. But nonetheless, he is released. I hope all is well, and I look forward to speaking to you very, very soon.